welcome to Borough The Video 96, a brand new soccer annual featuring your favourite club. Not just the highlights from a year to remember, this is a programme packed with special features. Vote for your goals of 96 and you could win a superb prize. A VIP day out for two at the Cellnet Riverside Stadium. In our exclusive interview, Brian Robson reveals the truth about his foreign signings.
I know as a manager that you're never going to make the right decisions all the time, and you will make a few mistakes along the way. But I accept that. And I just feel that when I look back now, Mevis Branco was a bit of a mistake.
In the pick of the action, we feature 6 of the best games from '96, including a Coca-Cola Cup cracker against Newcastle. We've also got a special tribute to Borough's fabulous new superstar, ace marksman Ravanelli. But we start with a fascinating interview. In Brian Robson's own words, here's the inside story on a year when the Borough were rarely out of the headlines.
We wanted to try and be a big club, and that was always Steve Gibson's plan. So we've gone a long way in a short period of time, but things are going well, and I'm quite happy with the way things are going at the moment. We have gone high profile quicker than what I could have imagined, but that's thanks to the fans. You know, we've sold out 30,000 fans every home match, and so that revenue obviously gives the chairman and myself confidence to go out and spend money on top players.
The club gets more media coverage than ever before. You take that as a compliment?
Yes, I think when it's bad publicity, that's the only way you can take it. But I'm used to that. For 13 years at Man United, if things started going wrong there, people would always dig deep to try and find any slightest problems, and they could have a knock at the club. So I'm used to that over the years, and things which are going on now against me foreign players, I think some of it's a lot of mischief. It's nice when you're getting good results and things settle down and people are leaving you alone on that, and they'd sooner just write about the football. But like I say, as soon as you get a few indifferent results, then people are always looking to try and put the knife right in, and unfortunately you get a lot of media do that. I think our foreign lads will learn by the experience, of the last few months, because they'll realise that in England it's not the same as in other countries. You give the media the slightest bit story to sort of work on, and they will take it all out of proportion. But the one thing I would say about that is that I think the English public have got used to it, and 99% of them don't particularly believe everything they read in papers. They are interested to see if there is any truth in it, but they don't actually believe it, because when I walk about the streets and that, the ordinary punter will come over to you, talk to you about things and that, and they always seem to use common sense on these situations. And as a manager, that's what I've got to do. Emerson's only one player of a team, and obviously he's a top player, and I think he's a smashing player, and he's a player that I don't want to lose. But at the end of the day, Emerson will suffer, not myself, and it's an unfortunate position. Not just for me as a manager and the club, as a football club, but for Emma as well. I mean, he's got a slight problem where his wife's homesick. It's the first time she's ever been outside of Brazil, and she's finding it very difficult to adjust, which affects Emma. But we're trying in every way as a club to try and help Emerson out and solve the situation, and hopefully, time will heal. And she will get used to being outside of Brazil.
On the field, he's made a great impact. He must be delighted with the way he's played.
Well, that's why one report I read just this morning, somebody was saying Brazilian or South American flops in this country, apart from Ozzy Ardele, said it's Spurs. Now, if Emerson's a flop, I wish I could have about another 10 of them flops. He started the season really well, and there was a journalist only the other day said, he must be in the running already for player of the season. I've said, well, that's a bit too early to tell, but I mean, he can do a bit of everything, and like I say, the aim for this football club is to get Emma and his family happy.
And of course,
And Rav's up there with the top scorers in the league. I mean, it was a great way for him to start because it obviously boosted his confidence, you know, with a hat-trick against Liverpool. So that was great for his confidence, but he's kept that going. But he's a top player, you know, and he's a strong character. But what he needs as well, he needs success because he's been used to that over the last 5 years with Juventus. So, like I've said, you know, we need to build as a team as well as individuals, and make sure that we achieve something. That week sort of changed our season because everybody was saying we were going to keep dropping, but we'd got quite a lot of the injuries back from those 2 games, and we put in a good solid performance down at Leeds United, which got us a win. And then we came to the Sheffield Wednesday game, and you know, we win that one 3-1. Jan scored a couple of good goals, but Chris Freestone got his debut as well, and Chris did very well in the game. So it was a good victory that for us because it relaxed everybody, and then we went through to the end of the season knowing that we were safe.
One has been made by Freestone. Walker has it covered. Pressman's coming out to play left back. Mustoe. Good powerful surge by Robbie Mustoe. Can Juninho go all the way? Good save, chance here, and it's in! Jan Fjortoft has finally scored for Middlesbrough, but it was Juninho's persistence that brought the goal about. Pressman forced to turn away the Brazilian shot, and Fjortoft in so quickly on the rebound.
Great run from Juninho here, goes past Des Walker, shoots across the keeper. Fjortoft does well in between 2 defenders. Does the right thing here, Juninho, doesn't shoot near post, makes the keeper make a save. Sheridan's back, Atherton's back there, but they can't thwart Fjortoft in between the 2.
And Sheffield Wednesday, who had previously displayed the greater hunger for the victory, now looking to come from behind. Pemberton's shot took a deflection, it's in! It took a deflection off White, and it completely wrong-footed Gary Walsh. And Sheffield Wednesday have equalised within a minute.
An unbelievable turnaround. The shot, I'm sure, wouldn't have troubled Gary Walsh, yet it well covered. But he's left absolutely stranded. There's no way he can get to this. I'm sure Pembridge will try and claim it, but it must go down as an OG against Derek White.
Well, White certainly won't want to claim it, because it's wiped out a lead that Middlesbrough had suddenly earned, but the game really has picked up tempo now. Fleming bursting forward. Fjortoft available if he can feed him. Juninho wants it and gets it, and he turns it into the side netting. The transformation in this game, unbelievable.
Fabulous run by Fleming. Sheridan gets back, but he turns inside in. Does well here because he picks out Juninho. Good save from Pressman. Gets a second bite at the cherry. They can only force the ball into the side netting.
Hurst. Good break from Pearson. Look to set up Kavanagh. Here's Fjortoft. Good chip! Oh, what a try from Fjortoft!
Well, we've seen more action in the last 3 minutes than we've seen in the whole game. Great run from Pearson, good driving run, played it to Fjortoft. Excellent vision, he just spotted Pressman, 3 or 4 yards off his line. Great effort, good save.
Well, Fjortoft thought he saw the opening and it just kissed the top of the goalkeeper's fingertips, but it was a vital touch.
It certainly was, because it was just dipping underneath the crossbar.
Juninho. And Fjortoft is through! 2-1 to Middlesbrough. Fjortoft gets his second. It could be the goal that secures their position in the Premiership.
That's a superb finish, Rob. It really is a great finish. The young boy, Freestone, plays his part. Superb finish. I'll tell you what he does, he puts it in the corner that Pressman least expects. 9 out of 10 strikers would put it in the far side. He's put it in Pressman's near side. Completely outfoxed him.
Here's Juninho, Freestone and Fjortoft up ahead. Fjortoft though goes bombing through. This could be a good goal. It's Freestone! Freestone couldn't provide the finish, but what a run from this man.
Well, that is Juninho at his very best. Gets away from Atherton. Pembridge can't get near him. Walker faced 2-on-1. But a little bit of inexperience there from Freestone. He should have shot across Pressman. He elects to shoot near post. But a great run from Juninho.
And selfishly guided the ball out to Freestone, did Juninho. Wasn't thinking of glory for himself, but almost teed up a goal for the 24-year-old on his debut, on his Premiership debut. But it's the fact that Juninho's influence on this game has increased dramatically that's turned it in Middlesbrough's favour. Fjortoft, who's benefited with 2 goals.
Rob, just prior to Freestone receiving that pass of Juninho, he was limping quite heavily. Keep your eye on him because he does seem to have a problem. Well, can Juninho get it over the first man? He's tried on 2 occasions and not got over Atherton.
And he has done, and it's there! And the youngster has done it! Freestone marks his Premiership debut with a goal! 3-1 Middlesbrough, and Juninho involved yet again!
Well, on this occasion, he did beat the first man. It's flicked on the near post. I think it's Pearson who gets the flick, but it's definitely Freestone who gets the final touch. Great striker's goal. Superb volley, well worked corner.
But interestingly, if there is any question mark against Freestone's fitness with this sort of lead, it would be a nice time to bring on the other youngster. Middlesbrough going wild, Juninho! If anybody deserves a goal, he does.
Well, actually, as Juninho breaks here on the right-hand side, if only had spotted them, he's got Hignett and he's got Freestone. He elects to go by himself. Hasn't got the strongest shot. Forces Pressman to dive across his goal just to make sure.
And now Fjortoft is away. Juninho to his right, Freestone's there as well. Fjortoft wants to go for the hat-trick.
Well, I don't know what's happened to Sheffield Wednesday in the last 5 minutes. They're all at sea. Once again, Fjortoft goes by himself, but he should have given it to Freestone. He's completely marked on his right-hand side. What a 5 minutes this has been for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, but like I say, the lads, they battled through it and they did turn it round for themselves. And the Sheffield Wednesday game, you know, you could sense even all the crowd were delighted about the 3 points in that game. And I think they just enjoyed the season from there on in.
Staying in the Premiership was target number 1 for Borough. Next came the job of building a squad to take on the best in Britain. A host of big money signings were to follow, none bigger than Fabrizio Ravanelli, an Italian World Cup star, fresh from European Cup success with Juventus, and at £7 million, a bargain buy, in comparison to Newcastle's £15 million man Alan Shearer.
onside. Is this the fourth?
Well, it was billed as probably the most exciting game on the fixture list when it came out, because of us signing Fabrizio and Emma to go alongside Juninho and Nick Barmby and that. And it turned out that way. I think everybody in the stadium really enjoyed that game. But in saying that, you know, since we got promoted, we've played Liverpool 3 times, and I think we've had cracking games. You know, we beat them 2-1 here, and it was a smashing game. Liverpool beat us 1-0 down at their place, and it was a smashing game. And so the match lived up to all the expectations beforehand.
Right to take. Colin Moore. Oh, here's Björneby stealing in! And Stig Björneby has stolen an early lead for Liverpool. Just managed to tiptoe between Cox and Pearson and gave Miller no chance. And with 4 minutes gone, Liverpool are in front. It's Björneby's first ever goal for the club. Pearson couldn't quite get to him, Cox didn't cover, and Björneby buried it. Matteo straight to Juninho. Ravanelli, Barmby, Ravanelli, Juninho. Good effort, and James had to hold on with Barmby closing in. Babs' header. Pearson's there. Well done by Barmby and by Emerson. This is Juninho. Now Fleming. Juninho. Down he goes, and Paul Alcock has pointed to the spot, and Liverpool are furious. Furious with the referee, a yellow card there, and they're not too pleased with Juninho either. They felt he went down all too easily. But in fairness to the Brazilian, he was being manhandled not only by Wright but by McAteer closing in from the back, and I'm not sure it wasn't McAteer's foul. He was the defender coming in behind Juninho, and he seemed to hold him and then push him to the ground, and then Wright had a lunge at the very last minute. Wright actually got the ball, but Juninho was already down. John Barnes accepting the Brazilian's explanation. It will be Fabrizio Ravanelli on his debut. What will he do? In by Ravanelli. It's 1-1. Well, if that's how he celebrates penalties, I can't wait to see him score from open play. Milking the moment. Perfect spot kick. We've had 26 minutes. Thomas. Colin Moore. This is Jason McAteer. John Barnes. Oh, good goal. Liverpool back in front. Within 3 minutes of Ravanelli equalising, McAteer's cross. Expertly completed by John Barnes. Lovely control on the chest. Like Björneby in the opening moments, he stole in between Cox and Pearson. Rather wider gap between the two defenders. Another excellent finish, this time from Barnes. Nice from Emerson. This is Juninho running at Matteo. Cross comes Babs. Juninho goes down again. Nothing doing. Lost by Barnes. Again! And a certain Mr. Gibson is particularly happy. His investment is paying immediate dividends. Liverpool 2, Ravanelli 2. Quick thinking by Nick Barmby. He got a quick response too from Neil Cox. And Ravanelli was on hand to equalise for the second time. Ahead of Mark Wright and David James. Lots been talked about money, but Brian Robson's powers of persuasion to lure Ravanelli away from the reigning European champions is being rewarded. This is Stig Bjørneby, dealt with by Emerson and by Pearson, although Thomas has got it back from Juninho. Bjørneby again. Oh, he's found a way through and Fowler scored! And Liverpool are in front again. Ahead for the third time through Robbie Fowler. I'm not sure how Bjørneby's cross found a way through to Fowler. Derek White will be disappointed that he missed it. All the big men are forward. And this is Cox! And that's a good stop by James. Well, such was the aerial threat from Borough that Liverpool couldn't pick everybody up, and Cox was virtually unmarked, and Juninho picked him out. Bjørneby. Thomas. Caught in possession by Barmby. Musto. Now Juninho. In turn caught by Matt Manaman. Not dispossessed him though. Musto going on. Ravanelli! Oh, who could have dreamt the debut he's having? Well, the ball stumbled and staggered past David James, but they don't care how it got there. Ravanelli being asked to curtail his celebrations by Paul Alcock. I think he's too tired to run back to the halfway line. Well, he had it and he lost it, and he had it and he lost it, and eventually through the legs of Phil Babb. Musto and Juninho helped to force it in there, and Ravanelli managed to lay claim to the ball and lay claim to a match ball for himself on his Middlesbrough debut. Here's Ravanelli again. Barmby, Ravanelli! Well, maybe that was asking a little bit too much. Appreciative of the contribution from Nick Barmby. Couldn't beat David James this time.
I mean, as a manager, I get a real buzz and enjoyment if my team are playing really good, exciting football. And I thought we did that on the day. And to be playing against a team who probably could win the championship, or they're going to be right up there, to compete with them and have such a smashing game, that gave me a real buzz for the start of the new season.
Now for our first competition, and your chance to win a copy of the Ultimate Soccer CD-ROM, featuring all 92 clubs in England, the top 12 in Scotland, and of course, there's a special section on the Borough.
Sticks and stills, plus over 2 hours of audio, including all the big names.
For someone, it's more important to get a result against Manchester United to stop and win the league than anything else.
And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I mean, it's something which will live with me forever, hearing the national anthem played and walking out wearing the shirt.
Who were the opposition at the Riverside for Willie Madron's August benefit match? AC Milan, Inter Milan, Manchester United or Sao Paulo? Which of the following comedy actors is a rabid Middlesbrough fan? Mike Pratt of Randall and Hopkirk, Martin Clunes of Men Behaving Badly, David Jason of Only Fools and Horses, or Steve Tompkinson of Drop the Dead Donkey? Who scored the 4 goals in last season's Borough home victory over West Ham United? Morris, Hendry, Fjortoft and Cox, Morris, Hendry, Juninho and White, Morris, Fjortoft, Pollock and Cox, or Morris, Fjortoft, White and Cox? What is the correct spelling of Borough's 18-year-old French striker's name from these 4 choices? Which of these wacky soccer facts about Borough is actually true? The only domestic trophy ex-Borough manager Jack Charlton did not win as a manager was the League Championship. In times gone by, Nordic seafarers docked at the site now occupied by the Selnet Riverside Stadium to exchange spices and swap recipes with locals. Borough won the Anglo-Scottish Cup final in 1975 against the London side Fulham without a Borough player scoring, or Borough's Brian Robson is a nephew of ex-Newcastle, Sunderland and West Ham striker Brian Pop Robson. Send your answers to VSI at this address and you could win your very own copy of the ultimate soccer CD-ROM.
Aren't be keen to get on with it. Juninho, now Emerson. Went away from Bowen as if he wasn't there. What a shot that is! Emerson gives Middlesbrough the lead with an unstoppable effort. Well, it was rather a loose and lazy build-up. No idea of what was to come, then bang! What a way to open your Middlesbrough account. Stunning effort from Emerson. Fleming. Barby to Musto. And now Ravanelli. It's a good turn, good effort. It's Musto, it's Cox, it's 2. Well, Neil Cox is claiming it, Robbie Musto's claiming it. Either way, Borough have doubled their money, and Ravanelli really is the man to thank. He did exceptionally well to hold off Julian Dix and smash a shot through McCloskey onto bar and post, and well, did Cox beat the ball to the line? I think it might just be Robbie Musto's goal. We'll get a better idea here. That's Musto's effort, and that was already over the line when Cox got to it. Juninho, Ravanelli, Cox, Barnby, don't quite gather it. Bilic has lost the ball under his feet though. Now Derek White. Oh, that's a lovely ball, and here's Neil Cox. It's a terrific pass from Derek White. Look at the way he flicked that with the outside of his left foot. Brazilian polish is rubbing off on everybody. Mistake by Potts. Barnby into the path of Juninho. And here's Ravanelli, and here's number 3. Look at the celebrations behind Ravanelli and Juninho. And these famous men from far-off lands are bringing such pleasure to the Borough faithful. Great control here by Juninho. Look how the ball is instantly under his spell. And delivers a nice, crisp, half-volleyed cross for Ravanelli to turn in. Away by White, then by Juninho. Hughes just bidding Ravanelli to the ball. Oh, what a good shot by Michael Hughes. And West Ham United, with just 12 minutes of the second half played, are back in business thanks to a stunning effort from Michael Hughes. Alan Miller just could not reach it. Run away from Dowie, not from Juninho though. Emerson, and now Ravanelli, he's onside, no flag here. Ravanelli, good stop by McCloskey. Well, the West Ham protest would have been still running if Ravanelli had scored there. They thought he was offside. Ravanelli has Emerson here, more to his left, Stamp here to his right. This is Phil Stamp. It's in! Well, I think it's only the second time he's had the ball. And that just caps off Middlesbrough's night. A goal from the local boy Phil Stamp, holding off Julian Dix no less, which tells you something about this boy's character and strength. And turning the ball neatly past McCloskey for 4-1.
Yeah, well, Emma scored a cracking goal. In fact, the goals that he's scored this season so far have been screamers. But you know, he's got all-round ability. He can do a bit of everything, and you know, that goal was a smasher. Fabrizio rounded off the game with 2 excellent finishes, really passes into the net. But that was a good overall performance by the lads. They dominated the game, they kept possession of the ball well, they defended well in the game. And to me, that's probably our most convincing win of the season.
That was a great week for Borough. 4 goals against the Hammers were followed 3 days later by another hammering at the Selnet Riverside Stadium. The victims this time, Coventry City.
Ravanelli, the flag stays down. Oh! Barnby misses a golden opportunity in the opening minute of the game. Appeals for offside. Ravanelli slots it through, the flag stayed down. And Nick Barnby lost his footing, lost his direction. And is still yet to score for Middlesbrough this season. Corner kick will be taken by Juninho, making his 23rd league appearance. Barnby at the far post. Oh, it's there, Ravanelli! They didn't pick him up, and Middlesbrough take the lead. 3 minutes into this game, over comes the cross. Ravanelli, well, they could have, 2 of them could have got that ball. Emerson was there as well, but Ravanelli gets the touch. His 5th goal in the Premiership, in this, his 5th appearance. Barnby's out on the right, he's coming in now. This is Cox. Barnby. Mustow's got space. Shaw's the man between him and the goal. Juninho! 2-0. 25 minutes, 27 minutes into the game. It's Middlesbrough 2, Coventry City 0. Barnby flicks it through here to Robbie Mustow. Shaw's the man behind him, preventing the shot. And a great little ball here from Mustow to Juninho, who slides it in beautifully past Grizovic. Juninho's 4th goal in the Premiership. In this, his 23rd appearance. Can't be offside from a throw, of course. This is Noel Whelan. Jess drives it across. Shot, oh, great save from Salako. Brilliant stop that by Alan Miller. Miller got down so quickly. He's 6'2", he's a big fella. And the ball whizzes across the penalty area there, and it comes to Salako. Good shot on the turn there, an even better save from Miller. lets it go through to Miller. Now then, Barmby. Good little knock by Barmby. Oh, good recovery by Williams. Shot coming in. Great save by Grizovic. Tremendous effort from Juninho. Oh, marvellous football again. Ravanelli just beaten there by Paul Williams. Juninho picks it up, makes to the edge of the box. Crashing shot from him. Great save from Grizovic. Salako with the corner kick. Oh, good header from Shaw. And Miller gets it at the second attempt there. But a fine header from Richard Shaw. He's only 5'9" is Shaw. He got up well to this one. There he is. And the ball, well, Miller got his hands to it, but then it bounced away out of it. Hit the post. Oh, a let off there for Middlesbrough. Through, is he? Oh yes, he is, it must be. Great save by Grizovic. Oh, it looked like Musto must score. Brilliant stuff. Marvellous goalkeeping from Steve Grizovic. McAllister. Long ball in from him. Dublin lays it back. Good crisp shot, good save. Oh, brilliant save by Miller. Got down well to deny Paul Telfer. And White playing between each other there. Oh, well won by Musto. Ravanelli tries the shot. What a goal! He bent it in around him. Super shot from Ravanelli. He takes his scoring spree to 6 for the season. His second of the match. And Middlesbrough lead Coventry City by 3 goals to 0. Here it is. It was all down to Musto. Good play by him. Flicks it into Ravanelli. Beats Shaw, curls it round him, and out of the grasp of Grizovic. And Middlesbrough lead by 3-0. Free kick given. Barmby. Whelan coming forward. Juninho. Oh! Thunderous shot from him from 18 yards. Just over the bar it went. He really got a hold of that one, to the Brazilian. Whelan threading it to him. And a powerful shot. Over the top it goes. Juninho. Ravanelli, the man in front of him, pulling to the right now. Here it is to Ravanelli. Is he on for a hat-trick here? It's on the... Ravanelli sets up Juninho. And the perfect finish. How about that for a picture? Brazilian-Italian cooperation. Here it is, Ravanelli threads it through, Juninho dummies one way, hits it in off the post, and it's 4-0 to Middlesbrough. The 18-year-old brings it forward, and Emerson picks up that loose ball. Now then, are they going to make Coventry pay here? It's 4 against 3. Ravanelli goes for the shot. Oh, what a goal! I thought it was going to be, but a great save by Grizovic. He curled it towards the top left-hand corner. Ravanelli on a hat-trick there. He gets it from the Brazilian, collects it with the right foot, gets it onto the left, bends it round. It looks a goal all the way, but a super save there by Steve Grizovic.
2 goals for Juninho. Do you feel he's settled down more and been able to perhaps relax a little bit more because not all the attention's been on him this season?
Well, I think that does take the pressure off him, you know, it shares the workload. But in saying that, I mean, Fabrizio made a difference to Juninho because he took the pressure off him having to score the goals. So Juninho, I think, is relaxing a bit more in his game, you know, in and around the box. And that's why he's doubled what he scored last season already.
Now then, how do Robbo's current crop of superstars compare with the all-time Borough greats? It's time to make up your mind in our second competition.
Who would be in your all-time top 11 dream team? Simply select your choice and fill in the postcard in your video sleeve and send it to VSI, 96 High Street, Marlow, Bucks, SL7 1AG, and you could win a shirt signed by the player of your choice.
Not the strongest opposition, but you scored 7 goals against Hereford, and that's always going to be a nice feeling.
Yeah, yes, it is. You know, when you've got top quality players, sometimes it's easy for them, you know, to underestimate the opposition. But I felt that on the night, as soon as Fabrizio scored the first goal, that relaxed us, and you know, we went on to put in a really good performance then and dominate the game. And it's nice as well that they didn't get to 3 or 4-0 and relax and just let the game go by, because we had a great turnout. It was 25,000 on the night, and the fans deserve to be entertained as well. So, you know, it was a good performance.
This is Townsend. Juninho comes away with it as well. Ravanelli is the only one really alongside him. Juninho still going. Ravanelli's got space. He had to check. He just steers it in, and Ravanelli on the mark again. His first chance really to put one away, and Debon, who stood up bravely before, found that one just out of his reach. Juninho, so casual, but that was so precise first time, immaculate. So nonchalant, that skill, just like a training exercise, and rolled in precisely. Only one defeat this season, of course, for Middlesbrough. 3 wins and 2 draws represent a more than impressive start to the season. Emerson out wide for Branco. Juninho is there as well. Hit towards Ravanelli, didn't reach him. Just as well for Hereford. Emerson tries one. Oh, fabulous goal! Absolute classic strike. That one deserves a standing ovation. What power! That's real Brazilian finishing in the grand style. He just looked up and absolutely let fly. You don't get many like that in the 3rd division. He was given the room to size it all up, and that was absolutely fatal for Hereford. Musto to Ravanelli. Ravanelli, it's 3! Here he goes again. He's rattling them in, and there's just no stopping him. It's a second goal for Ravanelli, and just to complete the show, the famous salute. Juninho, non-stop motion, lovely touch from Musto. Ravanelli, the turn, the finish, and again, real precision. Splendid movement. The pass was so casual. Musto did his bit, and Ravanelli, when faced with a goal, bangs him away. Emerson. And Emerson again. couldn't find Ravanelli with that one. A nice little touch there by Foster. Try and get something going through Stoker, but Emerson got it back again. And now Juninho. Juninho on the outside, and Ravanelli! Hat-trick! Absolutely inevitable! That's his second hat-trick in 4 home games. 9 goals now for the Italian. Juninho again working the magic to set him up. Ruff tried to jockey him, but Juninho accelerated. There was Ravanelli, and that was another hat-trick. Emerson was in there as well, just planting more seeds of doubt. But Ravanelli was always going to have that third goal. It's 4-0 now, 10 minutes into the second half. It's a rout. Ravanelli away again. Still he's got it. Juninho in the middle. That's another one. And this time it's Branco. And the Brazilians are all getting in on the act now. Branco's first goal for the Borough. Ravanelli the creator this time. The strength, a little bit of fortune. But then came the awareness. Branco followed in there and it flew in the back of the net. It's a real nightmare for the Hereford defenders. Ruff threw himself at the tackle, but Branco came out with it. And they're the three of them together there. Moore. Branco for Hendry. The first touch there by John Hendry. Oh, and a fine ball to Curtis Fleming. Fleming's in there, and Fleming scores. He'll be absolutely delighted. Only his second ever goal for the Borough. It's 6, and what an entrance for John Hendry as well. Curtis Fleming. Well, that's a bigger grin than Ravanelli for the hat-trick. Hendry, a cracking pass straight into the action, and Fleming came flying in there. He was not to be denied. He got his goal, and then there was 6. What a pass from John Hendry, though. Eat your heart out, Juninho. Hargreaves did his best, but Fleming's best was always going to be good enough. Fleming, well, maybe he fancies a second. Great work by Curtis Fleming for Stamp. Fleming, Branco still on this side after the corner. Ravanelli's touch to Stamp. Ravanelli brought down. Penalty. There's not much else can go wrong for Hereford. Ravanelli, such a handful. It was Marne's challenge. Down he went. And Ravanelli hunting goal number 4 of the evening. And that is 7. Quite emphatic. It's a 4th for Fabrizio Ravanelli. They're out of their seats. That's what they wanted as well, the famous salute, and they've seen that a few times already this season. That's his 10th goal in 4 games at the Riverside. Blasted home there. Dupont, not a prayer.
One of the goal scorers that night was Branco. On reflection, do you feel perhaps you could have kept him a little bit longer?
No, I felt with Branco, you know, I made a decision without seeing Branco play because he was over in Brazil. He came across and he trained with us for a week. But you can never tell in training like you can in a football match. And I just felt Branco was just past his best when You know, when we took him on, I gave him the summer to improve his fitness and see if he could do that. But Branko has achieved a lot in the game. He's a great player, but I just felt maybe his ambition to be a real top player, maybe he's just wavered a bit, and that's why he never really got his fitness back. And in the Premiership nowadays, you need to be right on top of your fitness to be a player. You know, so I know as a manager that you're never going to make the right decisions all the time, and you will make a few mistakes along the way. You know, but I accept that, and I just feel that when I look back now, maybe Branko was a bit of a mistake on the footballing side. The one place where I think Branko did help us a lot was with Juninho settling in. And he was a smashing lad as well. I got on very well with him. So everything wasn't bad about the Branko situation. But like I say, he maybe just didn't perform on the pitch how I was hoping for.
You had a top player in Nick Barmby. How hard is it to let him go?
It was a difficult decision. But the chairman's backed me 100% in everything I've done at this club. Especially on the financial side. You know, and you can only go so far. Now I just felt that the balance of the team wasn't quite right, and I need to strengthen to make us a better team overall. Nick's a smashing player, and I'm sure he'll go on to do really well in the game. But at the time, it was a good offer from Everton, and I felt it benefited the club by allowing Nick to move on and bring some new blood into the team. Well, I've been pleased with Mikel because you know, he came and he had a lot of problems with the German club, and he couldn't play for a long period of time. You know, so with the close season after the European Championships, he'd had a slight injury in that as well, and he was feeling the effects of that, and so he lost a bit of fitness and obviously match practice. But the one good thing about Mikel, he was adamant he wanted to play for Middlesbrough Football Club, which is pleasing as a manager and as a club. You know, that players want to play for you, and he battled on through that, and we could see the improvement as the reserve games were going by. And as the training was going by, we could see that you know, he was improving all the time, and that was maybe one of the other reasons as well why I thought, you know, I would take the money for Nick, because we could see the improvement in Mikel, and you know, he was a bit of a reason why I thought, well, I'll let Nick go as well, because I could see the understanding with Mikel and Fabrizio getting better.
Now for the main course, the highlight of '96. Borough's best win of the year against our biggest rivals.
Sonacek just slipped as he cleared that. Reaches only Musto, and now Beck. Beck with Ravanelli in support. Ravanelli screaming for the ball. And Ravanelli still screaming for the ball. Well, I wouldn't wish to cross Fabrizio Ravanelli, but Mikel Beck is not high in his popularity charts at the moment. I'm not sure that Beck wasn't offside in the first place, or that Ravanelli would have been offside if Beck hadn't squared it. But nonetheless, the angle wasn't the best for the young Dane. Gillespie with Shearer outside of him. Gillespie. Shearer's gone on into an offside position. This is Rob Lee. David Batty. David Ginola. Ooh, that carried some power, and Gary Walsh did very well to react. Just managed to reach up a hand and was actually trying to turn the ball over the bar, and was a little fortunate to see it drop in front of him. No foul. This is Juninho. Now Emerson. Fleming. Ravanelli. Well, the odds were always against him getting in a shot. Darren Peacock was going to make sure of that. Ravanelli was trying to spin onto his favoured left foot. There were two defenders with him in the end. Hignett with the corner. Towards Beck. It may have come off Albert. That's a poor clearance. This is Vickers. And White! It's in! Derek White has scored! It's Derek White's first goal of the season. Hignett's corner and Beck's aerial presence caused the problems, but David Batty, a terrible clearance, and Steve Vickers linked up with Derek White, not in the way that they usually do at the other end of the field. Well, let's say they showed a certain of understanding of each other's positions there. Vickers miscuing, White reacting. Gillespie's cross. Out by Morris. Shearer fending off Fleming. This is Ginola. Was dipping. Gary Walsh probably had the flight of the ball covered. This will give us a verdict on that. Yes, his hand was high enough. Emerson. He must have been fouled there by Asprilla. They're keen to get on with it. Juninho into the path of Hignett. And here's Ravanelli! Got in front of Peacock. He's got a corner for his troubles. Hignett with the burst down the right-hand side, feeding off Juninho. Ravanelli got into pole position ahead of Darren Peacock, who did well to recover. Away by Elliott. Emerson. Vickers! Well, he's trying to join in the fun with Derek White. He's the goal scorer, and he was very nearly a goal scorer then. It was a much cleaner strike than the effort which actually set White's goal up. Gillespie. Challenge was by Morris, and a corner will result. Peacock's on the near post. It's Shearer, it's in! Alan Shearer, who else? His header seemed to catch Gary Walsh by surprise. I don't think it went into the goal any higher than sort of shoulder height. But Peacock's presence in front of Walsh was maybe off-putting. The corner dropped behind Vickers. Shearer's header was clean and it just flew in. Well directed, but Peacock made a nuisance of himself near the line. Only Asprilla up with Gillespie. Here is Asprilla. Good stop. Low down to Gary Walsh's left. He had to react very quickly. It's a good hit by Faustino Asprilla after some fine control. Fleming has gone on ahead of Juninho to his right. Now Ravanelli, now Juninho again. Oh, brilliant play! And Srdacek was a lucky, lucky boy. Driven cross from Juninho, actually slipped through his fingers momentarily. What fantastic balance though. He had the defenders where he wanted them, running away from him. And Srdacek was fortunate. see the problems the defenders have got there. You just don't know which way he's going to go. Emerson strong enough. Ravanelli has found Juninho. And here's Mikel Beck. Juninho leaving it for Hignett. That's a good effort, hit the bar! Marvellous attempt by Craig Hignett. Audacious chip. Just sense that Srnicek may have taken the pace off his line and almost punished him. And the Newcastle goalkeeper could only look up and hope and be very grateful. Juninho. Lovely skill again. Ravanelli, Beck, yes! Made by Juninho. The cross provided by Ravanelli. The finish, Mikel Beck's fourth for Middlesbrough. And that's what it means to players and fans alike. Beautifully constructed. Emerson's pass was sharp. Juninho's movement typically elusive. Ravanelli drove it across and Beck got there first. Marvellous combination between four very talented overseas players. Jumping into Ravanelli, it backed well. If only the advantage had been played. Juninho was clear. Might still be. Emerson has seen him. It's Beck. Good save by Srnicek. Beck had to turn smartly. Ravanelli looked the more obvious alternative for Juninho, but he never chooses the obvious. Batty. Ginola. He really has been shoot on sight tonight. David Ginola and Gary Walsh has been equal to everything the Frenchman has been able to fire at him. That shot had a little bit of swerve on it, I fancy. It must have come from behind Steve Vickers. I'm not sure that Gary Walsh had much of a sight of that. We'll get a better idea here. No, he reacted really well, the Borough keeper. Ravanelli to Beck. Juninho has gone on. Hit the back of Watson, I think. Stamp. Beck. Musto to Juninho. Teasing Elliott again. And Ravanelli, it's 3-1. That'll do it. Fabrizio Ravanelli's head disappears into a Borough shirt for the 16th time this season, and no goal will be celebrated more than that one. It surely means the quarter-finals now. Another excellent move, and again Juninho the catalyst for it all. Elliott just didn't know which way he was going to go. And Ravanelli got himself in front of Peacock, who tried to manhandle him out of the way. But Ravanelli stood his ground and claimed his goal. And Borough are surely through. Thanks to the dancing skills of Juninho and the instincts and the strength of Fabrizio Ravanelli. Wonderful mood of celebration, well, just about all around the Riverside tonight. The Newcastle fans are not enjoying it quite so much. And here is the man of the match without any doubt, Juninho. I can't believe he's ever played better in the red of Middlesbrough. He set up Ravanelli here. How many could they have had? He has tormented Newcastle tonight, and it must have been a joy for Ravanelli and for Beck to have been on the same field as the master provider from Brazil.
This has been coming for a few weeks. We played very well against Manchester United, especially first half, created 4 good chances and managed to draw in the end. At Derby County we played very well in the league, didn't get anything out of the game, but today we put it all together and we got ourselves a good result.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I remember the gaffer telling us just before we went to the pitch that we didn't have to do anything for the spectators today. They would lift us in good and bad situations, so they were just unbelievable. I think you could easily say today they were the 12th man on the pitch.
The fans were brilliant. They kept us going in the second half, and as I said, the lads were right up for it tonight, and it was important we got a win, and you can probably see the happy faces and all the lads after the game.
I mean, it's quiet now, but what a fantastic noise when we scored the second goal, and the third goal especially, so been a great night for the club.
Excellent. It may be a little bit early to say, but do you know who you'd like in the next round?
Take anyone. Just there's all tough games anyway, and we can get hopefully another step towards Wembley.
Whatever the day will be, we're going to Wembley.
And if you had a wish for 97, what would it be?
It's climb a few places in the league, but no, I want us to play entertaining football. You know, excite the fans, score goals, but also I want to win matches, and you know, hopefully have a very good cup run in whichever one of the cups it is, and try and finish in a European place. That's got to be our aims.
Beck, Juninho, all the way! A beauty! Brazilian magic! And the Middlesbrough fans bang the samba. The rhythm's begun.
Finally, here's our third and final competition, sponsored by Cellnet. Your chance to pick your favourite goals from '96.
Juninho's there as well. Hit towards Ravanelli, didn't reach him. Just as well for Hereford. Emerson tries one. Oh, fabulous goal! Absolute classic strike.
Oh, well won by Musto. Ravanelli tries the shot, what a goal! He bent it in around him, super shot from Ravanelli. It's forward to Juninho. Ravanelli, the man in front of him, pulling to the right now. Here it is to Ravanelli, is he on for a hat-trick here? It's on the left. Ravanelli sets up Juninho. Perfect finish. How about that for a picture?
Well, I'm sure we get on with it. Juninho. I wonder where from violence if he wasn't there. What a shot that is!
Juninho still going, Ravanelli's got space, he had to check, he just steers it in, and Ravanelli on the mark again. A lovely ball, Fleming on the left. Emerson with the shot, oh! What a goal! Emerson with an absolute stunning shot. Gives Middlesbrough the lead.
Put in the net by Barby, Musto, now Juninho. Turn caught by Matt Manaman, not dispossessed though, Musto going on.
Ravanelli!
Juninho. And Fjortoft is through! 2-1 to Middlesbrough. Fjortoft gets his second.
Musto's got space. Scores the man between him and the goal. Juninho! 2-0.
cross provided by Ravanelli. The finish, Mikael Beck scores for Middlesbrough.
Simply put the 10 goals in your chosen order on the postcard and send it to VSI, 96 High Street, Marlow Bucks, SL7 1AQ, and you could win a VIP day out for two at a game later this season.
It's been quite a year for Middlesbrough Football Club, both on and off the field. For the full highlights of 96-97, don't miss our official review at the end of the season.